Hey gang, Bill Sheridan to the Maryland Association of CPAs. This is the purpose of the CPA. This is our weekly hunt for the why behind what CPAs do. We spend too much time talking about what CPAs do, time to spend a little more time talking about why they do it, looking to do our part to help change the narrative around the profession. And this week, I am talking with Renata Reis. Renata is a native of Brazil, a CPA for about 5 years now. She is an audit manager with SB and Company. And Renata initially wanted to be a teacher, but accounting really kind of appealed to the practical side of her personality. But beyond that, though, there's just a whole lot going on in this profession that really turns Renata on. She's been a member of the MACPA since she was a student, before she even passed the exam, and the CPA community has really been an important part in her career, played a huge role in kind of molding her as a professional. The why behind her work, though, again, a recurring theme in these conversations, it seems. For Renata, it all comes down to people, right? Serving the public, the greater good, the people who ultimately use an audit, investors, say, and the general public, for instance. They're looking for some peace of mind about the companies that they do business with. And Renata's passion is all about providing that peace of mind. So I'm going to let her tell you more about all of that great stuff this week. Here's Renata Reis with her CPA story.
My answer is I'm a very practical person. So accounting was the practical answer to a question that I had in high school when I was like, deciding professions. It's been a while since I've decided that I want to go to into accounting.
Uh-huh.
When I was in high school back home in Brazil, I took some like professional course in business. So it was like a program with my high school that kind of like it's more than a trade because it was business, but like it was kind of one of those like trade programs that you have in high school, but mine was together with like this business certificate.
Okay.
Right. So I was taking my normal high school classes and I took a whole bunch of different, like one semester, like 2 credit type of business class, like marketing, accounting, um, finance, and like the different versions, the
Mm-hmm.
different segments of like what you would get in the business degree. And that's where I've learned of accounting for the first time. Now, my passion where I wanted to be when I grew up, when I was a kid, was a teacher. So I always wanted to be a teacher. I liked that my mom was a teacher. And that was kind of what I wanted to do. And I always really liked math.
Okay.
So in my head, I was like, okay, I'm going to go get a math degree and I'm going to become a math teacher.
Uh-huh.
But because I have a lot of teachers in my family, they also told me about the not so great things about being a teacher and kind of gave me the idea of maybe I can do something else that's math related. So I got all those parts together and decided to go into accounting. It's like I like the little accounting class I did in high school, I took in high school. So I'm gonna go into accounting. So that's
That's
how I ended up there. Ended up learning it's not a lot of math,
right.
but that's how I got to accounting.
That's right. Yeah. That well that's a great origin story. Tell me a little bit about what do you, I mean, what do you think, or have you identified as the purpose behind your work? I mean, what do you accomplish, or at least try to accomplish, by doing what you do, Renata?
Mm-hmm. So as an auditor, and like the main industries that I audit are local and state governments and nonprofits,
Hmm.
right? So I feel like a lot of people look into that audit opinion to get that comfort level of, your state and local governments or where you live, or maybe where you're donating some money if it's a nonprofit, like if you're an investor. So I have that feeling and I like having the feeling of giving comfort to someone else. So I think
Oh,
that's the main thing that I like about the audit profession. Accounting and CPA, you can do so many other things, but in auditing specifically, I like being that person that's giving someone else comfort and it's giving them, that extra level of like, okay, this is a good entity. They know what they're doing. They have an audit and it's clean. It's a clean opinion.
nice. Okay, perfect. What do you love most about being a CPA?
Um, you know, I really like the CPA community. So I've been a member of the MACPA since I was a student, like a student member. And it gave me a lot of different opportunities that I don't think I would have if it was just like an accounting professional, you know. And I also really like the reputation of a CPA. I feel like, and I tell that when I talk to students, a lot of the times when you hear that someone's a CPA, it's more than, oh, they know accounting, you know, they're a professional in this profession. But it's more than that. It's just like this is a person that has like commitment into taking all of those exams and you know getting your CPA every year to keep your license. So I think it does take a lot of commitment. And I think that's a great thing to have after your name. You know, just telling someone that you're CPA, I feel like they know a lot about you by just having those three letters after your name. And it's more than just, oh, you know a lot about accounting. It's all this commitment and I think it shows commitment to the profession, and I really like that.
Certain level of trust that comes with that,
Trust,
with
exactly.
doing that. Yeah, that's a great way of looking at it. Um, and you know, we're obviously looking for more help in this profession. We're dealing with a talent shortage and always trying to encourage more people to, you know, take a look at the profession and maybe consider it as a career path. If you were going to
Mhm.
sit down with somebody, maybe a young person who's trying to figure out where their path lies, what would you tell them about accounting? Why should they consider this profession as a
Mhm.
career?
Well, one of the reasons too that once I moved to the US, I decided that I wanted to stay in the accounting profession is reliability. You know, as an immigrant myself, I was like, where can I get a job that it's not that it's not going to have competition. Of course, there's competition, but it's a profession where there are always jobs.
Hmm.
So I think for me, that was one of the main reasons why, you know, because I had left accounting behind. I kind of came back just in a different language now. And I think that was one of those reasons is that, you know, not only you are helping people in whatever way possible, if you're giving them trust or if you're giving, you know, businesses recommendations and kind of acting as a consultant, but you're always going to have an opportunity. And then as someone that sometimes get tired of routine, there's always something new happening too. Might be, you know, new accounting standards, but also like as an auditor, I'll go from one client to another and I have something completely different to do next. So I think those, if this is something someone's looking for, like something exciting where it's like always changing, but at the same time it's reliable because you're always going to have a job.
Great stuff there from Renata Reis. So glad she could take time out of her busy schedule to be with us this week. We want to hear from you as well. So head on over to macpa.org/y and share your story with us as we try to offer, again, just a little bit of inspiration for the next generation of accounting and finance professionals. We want to hear what your CPA purpose is too. Thanks as always for being here. We'll be back again next week. More stories to share then. Until then, have a great week, everyone. Take care.